it's been good. You know, all the guys been able to, calm down a little bit, do some recovery. But we've been going at it in practice too. Like we've been getting back into it. A little bit of conditioning up and down, playing a lot. So it's been good for us.
Confidence high. Obviously, the energy was pretty high on court tonight. So
yeah.
Talk us through that. What's the importance of that?
Nah, most definitely. Like it feels great to have a fully recovered team, no injuries. We working every day, we try to get better. So it's been great so far.
Obviously playing Brisbane on Friday night. Talk us through that. Obviously the last time you guys played them, you came away with a win, but what's the focus for that game?
We trying to get a W. That's what we want to do. Win as many games as possible. And now we got Brisbane, so we got to focus on that game. Do whatever we can to get that W.
And what are you focusing on for the couple of minutes?
I would say just focus on getting better every day. That's what we've been doing, and try to go hard because when you be watching the games, like it be small errors we be messing up with. So if we just can stay locked in with a 40-minute game and play through the whole game, I feel like we got a capable squad of winning a lot of games.
Forde's spoken a lot, and you guys all spoken about how much better you're going to be post FIBA break. Is that still the case? I guess what's the focus be to get to that level now that you're fully strength once again?
I would just say keep everybody healthy. That's been our biggest problem so far. If everybody's healthy, I feel like we're one of the best teams in the league. So we just got to stay healthy for real.
How do you come back from coming off 2 losses on the trot and then going into such a long break? What's the motivation to get back into it?
I mean, there's a lot of hunger there. You know what I'm saying? We had 2 tough losses on buzzer beaters. So whatever we can do, the small changes we can do for preventing that to happen, because we had a lead in the Tasmania game. So what can we do to maintain that lead and just get better every day?
Yeah. In terms of your injury, everything all good now?
Yeah, I'm doing a lot of recovery, and also this FIBA break helped me a lot because I got to rest. I'm still doing recovery to this day, but I'm out there playing 100%, so it feels good. It feels good to be back.
Can you talk us through what it's been like having Bull, Taj, Taran, everyone on the team now in full strength? Obviously, because you played the last game with them. But
nah, it's different because we had the same squad in the preseason, but it's been a while we had a full squad, so it's nice to have everybody out there. You can see the changes, like you see when you walk in the gym, you see the energies up there. Everything is just flowing more. So I feel like that will help our momentum to win some more games too.
You in particular, do you feel like your defensive responsibility shifted a little bit now that Taj is kind of back? Like you don't have to
I wouldn't say that at all. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we're just still the same team, but now we got more power with them coming in. So I feel like that would just take us to the next level for it.
Yeah, so the first week we used it as a bit of rest and recovery. We spliced in some lighter sessions, but primarily gave guys that needed that time off to recoup and regenerate. And then this week's been a little bit more like Hell Week, which has been good. And you can see the camaraderie start to build a little bit with certain lineups. And that was always the plan moving forward, was we knew we had ins and outs, and now we're going to use this as a little mini pre-season. And the whole message really is if you can't get through this week, I don't expect you to play. So everyone's been real good, and aside from Lockie, who still has that back complaint, everybody's been fantastic.
Is confidence in the team is still pretty high, given you guys are still coming off 2 losses?
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, because the things we hang our hat on are working well, and you can really put your finger on it, what we need to work on, on the offensive side of things. So, there's guys that have gone through some shooting slumps at the moment, and they need to shoot themselves out of it. And there's adjustments we need to make on the offensive end. There's particular lineups we want to manage at different times of the game, and all that's very fixable. So, no, this is not a situation where this group lose confidence over something that a couple of weekends can turn around.
Any particular focus heading into the Brisbane game on Friday?
Just our offense. Our offense has been lagging. Defensively we're still ticking a lot of boxes, but when you go back and review the film, we have to go through a lot of actions on the defensive end to get stops, and it's very rewarding seeing the guys do that. And then we go down the other end, and we're very easy to defend. So some shot selection, not a lot of ball movement, multiple things. So if we can really start to focus in on that, then we should be good.
You talked a lot about once you're being full strength and getting over the FIBA break, that you should be up there with the best. I guess, do you see yourself as getting there straight away? It's still going to take some time.
Oh look, we got 10 games in 30 days, and that's probably the expectation that I've had to someone like Taj, who wanted immediate results. And guys are frustrated, right, because we're not where we feel like we should be. But that's good frustration to have, and so the message, like again, chatting with Taj, is it's probably not going to happen, today, tomorrow. It's a progression, and it's how the next 10 games works, especially December, to set us up for the rest of the season. So I've always said it from the start, you couldn't do this in a top 4 format, but a top 6, you just need to be peaking at the right time of the year. We just want to make sure we don't leave it too late.
With Sergeant Cutback, how much offensive responsibility does Bobi Klintman have now?
Say again, sorry?
So with Sergeant Cutback now on the side, how much responsibility does Bobi Klintman have, particularly on the offensive end?
The same responsibilities before. We don't want to be dependent on him. And again, you look at what his body of work is. It's about the opportunistic cuts and scoring off the ball, finding a window. So we don't envision him being primary ball handler, and that was never really the case. His job should be easier now that we do have those guys, and include Taron into that mix. So the game should come a lot easier to him, knowing we've got some more weapons out there.
A bit more of a technical question. I was reading that tactical periodization plays a big part in your basketball philosophy, particularly like Jose Mourinho kind of doing that. How have you done to transition that into the side hands, and particularly on the psychological sort of end?
Yeah, it's been fantastic. Last year we sort of really locked into it, and we got the results that we wanted out of it as the initial progression of it. It makes it a little bit challenging this year, just because with the new guys coming in, just to change their training habits, right? And this is where it comes down to everything being purposeful. So education's a big piece, especially with the new guys coming in, to get them to understand the reasons why. So today, for example, which is a high day, there's a lot more scrimmage involved and a lot less coach interaction, with the idea that we can sort of hit the player loads, but also have them problem solve a little bit on the court. The low days are probably the more challenging thing, is because you don't want them to feel like it's an off day. So you still want a particular level of intensity, and you can manipulate with that with the drill, but then there's a little bit more coach involvement, a little bit more instruction. So once they understand that each possession is valued the same, in a sense of what the purpose and level and meaning behind it is, and not that it's a low day, high day, it's been a great group to incorporate that in with again this year. With steady strides of progression in the right direction.
Can you use last season then as a kind of gauge for the season to know when you're sort of going to peak with the new recruits, get to learn that philosophy?
It's hard because there's always changing elements, and again, like our travel schedule for one, it's hard to replicate or try and use as comparison of previous seasons, knowing what the travel component was like. To some element, but the reality is it's a new team and new season.
Yeah, a lot of energy from some of the guys. We've been good. It's been good to have this kind of 2-week break, kind of recoup as a team. Obviously, we're not where we want to be exactly in the season record-wise, but we've still got our confidence, and we're working hard, and we still see the goal of getting to the playoffs, semi-finals, and trying to win the championship.
I guess, how would you rate your own performance so far this season?
Yeah, definitely want to do better. Not shooting the ball as well as I want to, but that's part of being a basketball player. You have your ups and downs, so just doing everything every day that I can to try to get back to those targets that I hold myself to.
Obviously, being in your second year here in Cairns, how great has that been, and what have you liked most about being here and being amongst all the guys? Obviously, different roster from both. But.
Yeah, I love Cairns so far. It's just a very chill place. There's no distractions really or anything like that. So you're able to just really focus on your game, get better as a player. Forde gives everyone here a great opportunity to really show what they're about. So enjoying my second year here. We have a lot of young guys, so I kind of had to step up to a leadership role pretty early on in my career already. So I'm enjoying that, but looking forward to the rest of the season and what's to come.
Any personal goals you're setting for yourself to get to this season? Obviously, quite a standout season last year, but
I just want to make the playoffs, win a championship, bring that to Cairns. That's the main goal, and everything else will kind of fall into place.
Do you think you can back up your win defense?
Next Generation Award, formerly known as Rookie of the Year.
Is that something that you think you're aspiring towards, to get to that next level and hopefully make the NBL Team of the Year or something like that? Is that?
Yeah, that'd be great. But again, that's not the focus. Just worried about the team. That wasn't even a focus of mine last year, getting that award or anything like that. I was obviously grateful, but wanted the team to make the playoffs. We did that. Obviously, wanted to go to the finals, but that's always the main goal of me.
Who do you think has had the biggest influence on you as a player here? Obviously there's been a few comings and goings, but who's been the biggest role model that you look up to on court or off court?
Well, obviously coming here, Taj has been the leader of the group last year. He's constantly talking, making sure, I'm comfortable out there, especially being a rookie who played a lot of minutes, kind of needed that leader to be able to tell you to cool down in these moments, kind of get a bit more hype in these moments, all that stuff. But, Forde also just been the coach and the leader, he instilled so much confidence in me last year. Maybe gave me a few more opportunities than I experienced in college playing on the floor. So, I give full credit to Forde for instilling that in me.
Obviously, shooting's been your Achilles heel this season. How do you hope to rectify that?
Just getting reps up every day. It's something that I've done my whole life, so I'm not too worried about it. But yeah, as long as I keep getting reps up, keeping that practice up, I know I'll be good.
Is there a particular player you built your game on? Particularly maybe an international player, NBA player, or an NBA player?
I wouldn't say a particular player. I just watched a lot of basketball growing up. Always loved it. Loved Kevin Love as a player. He was kind of one of those first real pick and pop bigs before the entire league became pick and pop, centered around big guys. But I just watched a lot of basketball and trying to learn as much as possible.
Is that more Cavaliers, Kevin Love, or
Minnesota when he was a big man? But he still did a lot of things for Cavs and everything. So yeah, just watch as much basketball as possible. That's really how I learned as much as I could.
Being a Kiwi living in Australia, have you learned anything about the culture or even the basketball culture that's different to what you may have experienced in previous places?
Not really, to be honest.
They're so different.
Yeah, we're pretty similar. Obviously, you guys are on a much bigger scale. You got a lot more people, and basketball's a bigger sport. But basketball's growing in New Zealand. It's become one of the most played sports in high school and whatnot. So that's always exciting to see. But I feel like we're kind of similar countries.
So future aspirations, where's the next goal for you after the NBL or even in the NBL? What's the next goal NBA? What's your...
Yeah, so, right now still being pretty young and early on in my career, I still have those NBA aspirations, being able to go to, been to one summer league, had 2 shots at summer league, but got injured both times, so that kind of sucked, but that's still a goal of mine. I hope to go summer league at the end of this season and still shoot for that,
Spoke about stepping up into a leadership role already this year. Speaking of, how is Sam Menenga settling in, and have you showed some leadership towards him and taken him under your wing?
I think Sam's the loudest in the room wherever he goes, so he kind of brought his own energy. But he's a great kid. He's very mature for his age. Coming out of college as well, he was super comfortable coming in. So he's been doing great so far. I know it's been a bit up and down for him as well, but every rookie goes through that really, coming into the pros for the first time. So super proud of him, and I know he's going to be great.